Okay, you guys, today's video and setup is pretty different than the norm because this is all going to take place on the computer. So I figured I would do my intro on the computer and let you know a little bit about what I'm about to do. I'm about to get a reading from a direct descendant of one of the witches who were hanged in the Salem witch trials. I met, or rather found out about Freya via a show that was on TV called Haunted Salem Live, and kind of started to like her because of her hair color. She kind of had the ideal shade of red, so I decided to follow her, and then I tuned in to a couple of her lives on Instagram and saw that she did readings for people. So me being the kind of person I am, had to take advantage of this. Figured sitting was probably the better option. I figured it would be really interesting to also do this for you guys to see. I will have Freya's information in the description below if you guys want to see. I'm just about to call her on Facebook. I'm so nervous and so excited. I will just disclaimer this by saying there are some things that I might decide to edit out for myself. Grab a snack and your cup of coffee and let's do it. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. There we go.
My calico, who every time I'm in my little witch, she's obsessed with being where I am.
Okay.
So if you hear me yelling at her, please don't.
It's alright. I love cats. That's totally okay with me. Aw, what a cutie pie. I'm actually looking at getting a cat right now. I'm so excited.
Alright.
What a cutie.
You need to go away.
Because we are recording, do you want to introduce yourself at all? Maybe kind of explain a little bit about yourself and what your gifts are?
Sure. My name is Freya Bishop. I am a psychic medium. This is Widget, my calico princess.
Love her.
And yes, today we're going to be doing a tarot reading. And usually throughout my segments, I like to give my client what they're looking for. So if they're interested in manifesting, whether a relationship, a job, new opportunities of growth or development, that's an area that I like to work really well in. I like to give as much advice and counsel as I can.
Okay.
So throughout our session, it's keep an open mind and we're going to have fun.
Yay, I'm so excited.
I am too. All right, you got to go away. So for today, usually when I read clients, I like to, let them tune in. If they don't I like to set an intention for your reading. So it's if you have a specific intention in mind, whether it's love or career or where you're going to be in the next couple months, I always like to set that intention as we read. So
okay,
do you have a specific topic you would like to focus on today?
I feel yes and no. I kind of, whenever I do these things, just sort of to see what comes up for me. You know? I guess I have a general, career, life, sort of where I'm headed, what sort of messages I need to hear, just because there's nothing specific that I necessarily, want to ask. So, whatever the cards tell me.
Absolutely. All right. You need to go away. Okay. So, to bring your energy into my space, I like to shuffle the cards.
I think the universe is telling me it's time to get a cat. That's what
she's going to be everywhere. I'm so sorry.
That is okay with me.
Now that she's settled.
Yeah.
So we're going to just stay. We're going to figure out, what comes up in the cards. So as I shuffle, give me a number that resonates with you, and I'll just shuffle that many times.
8.
8? It's a good number.
It's a very reoccurring number in my life. I was born 08/18/87. I was 8 pounds 8 ounces when I was born, and I'm 5'8". So
that's a good number for you.
Everywhere.
And 8. next is I like to ask my client, like, if you would like to split the deck or just keep it as is. And that's how I'll read.
I'm feeling splitting it.
All right. So it's split in two. I'm even going to show you. I'm very interactive. You're going to learn this like when we go through our session. Okay.
I love that, though.
So which one do you feel called to?
The left one?
Okay.
Yes.
You got it. All right. Let's rock and roll. Widget, stay where you are. Be good. All right, I'm going to work around you. You could just sit there. Crazy cat. Okay, you're in my spot. Okay. She's crazy.
She's a cutie.
The first card that comes up is Death, which I find to be, it's one of my favorite cards. It's very juicy.
Okay.
And Death is all about releasing the old, letting things die that no longer serve you, like any image that you feel like you put on that is not you. It's about just letting that go and allowing yourself to really come into your own and embracing that energy. So this is all about new beginnings.
Okay.
So that is a beautiful thing. I'll even show you like what each card is. So that's the first one.
Okay.
And since we're right around Samhain or Halloween, it's all about honoring the dead. So if there's any relative that you love that you've lost, it's about honoring also them.
Okay.
And it's about the season of just embracing what dies.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not a scary card. People look at it as, oh, you're going to die. It's like, no. It's totally not what that means.
I don't know if you remember, but when you were on your live that I was in, I was the one that was like, death terrifies me.
It is a beautiful thing.
Okay.
And it really is. And it's just letting things go that need to die. And what's cool is about death, let me see if I can show you. There's a little butterfly in this, and that's all about just rebirth, starting again, just new ideas, new everything, just kind of coming forth. So it's letting that go. If there's anything that you're holding on to, just let go and make way for the new thing. So the first card in your spread is the Chariot. Yes, it's the Chariot. And this is all about things moving pretty quick. So I don't know if you're looking into doing more traveling, new projects, if you have any new ideas in the making, but whatever you want to do, it's going to happen fast because you are so creative.
Okay.
And I feel as though when you speak, people listen to you because you have a genuine message about what you speak about and your passions that people are going to listen to you.
Okay.
Which I think I'm getting goosebumps. Like, it's good. You know, you have a voice that people are going to listen to. So it's whatever you have that you want to put out there. It's like the time is now to begin creating and really putting forth that energy because you're going to fly.
Okay.
You're just going to fly. Your second card is about balance. So it's balancing those energies, kind of figuring out what direction you want to go with things and balancing that out. And once you figure out, it's almost like when you know the path of where you want to go, it's going to just fly. So just get ready, because I see traveling in your future. Like, I see you going to different places, doing different things, seeing different things, posting about it. And it all has to do with your message, your voice. And people are going to really be into that. They're going to love you for it. And I keep hearing awareness. You're bringing awareness to something. So I think you need to just take off and run with it. Okay. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does, and it doesn't. There are, I mean, not that it doesn't. It definitely does. It's just I've definitely been rethinking a lot about my brand. Not that I want to like stray away from that, but that mostly what I've been doing isn't exactly what I want. And just sort of, I've been having a lot of conversations with people about becoming less of a plus size blogger and more of just a blogger, like all encompassing sort of how do I make that happen and crossing that line, because in my industry, plus size bloggers are very like in this box that a lot of us have a hard time breaking out of. So that's sort of that makes sense in that way. It's just I don't know what I want to do. That's the only thing. I don't know where I want to go with it. So
you'll figure it out. I feel as though it's obviously it's something you're like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
But it's going to happen. Again, you have a very creative energy to you and about you. So I don't know if you remember any of your dreams or like psychically if that's how you get messages.
Right.
But even setting that intention at night before you go to sleep, like, where do I go from here? Like, what am I supposed to do? And it's as simple as getting like a glass of water and just wishing and just hoping, like, let me remember my messages and dreams for the evening, bring upon this awareness, and drinking half that glass, go to sleep, and then when you wake up in the morning, drink the other half, shower, do what you have to do, and usually things will start coming through. Right. That's always what I tell clients. Like, you'll remember things.
Yeah, no, I have very, very vivid dreams. Like, dreams that I've had 10, 15 years ago, I can still remember. As if it's a memory of mine.
So the third card that basically ties your first two together is the Hermit right here. And he's another one of my favorites because he's very much about inner discovery, widget. Following your inner voice and just listening to your hopes, your dreams, and just that guide of sorts. So I think the next couple of months, you're going to be heavily focused on just figuring out the direction and path of where you want to go. So even if you take out like a notebook and you start kind of writing down whatever comes to you, you're going to figure it out. Don't be stressed about it.
Okay.
I don't see your idea flourishing until like the new year. I think by then you're going to exactly know where you're going to go.
Okay.
You're going to be fine. Listen to what you say, and it's a powerful instrument that you have, and it is a gift of yours.
Okay.
Using that to the best of your ability. I see there being money, travel, just an overall glow and a happiness about you. Like you're going to feel right about what you do.
Okay.
And what's funny is, two of the cards that I pulled for you, you'd come up as the queen. So you are, the queen of cups.
Well.
Yeah, girl. And then the queen of wands.
Right.
So it's going to be a big year of just transition and transformation for you, but I see it being a big year for you, just coming into your own, owning yourself, and it bringing just these new avenues of ideas for you.
Okay.
So do not worry about success for you, because you are successful and you're going more into that direction.
Okay.
But you do put a lot of pressure on you, though, because in the past there's a woman who's, worried about like finances, about what's going on in her life, and I don't know if you have trouble sleeping sometimes, or that was a past like anxiety or fear, but that's kind of what comes up in your past, and this may be something that still troubles you every now and then.
Right.
Obviously there's nothing I could really do to ease that, but it's just the awareness of seeing what you have and just speaking with you and getting acquainted with your energy. You're going to be fine.
Okay.
Like, you really will. Usually whenever I get a card that is a little, I feel like I need more insight about, I'll always drop another card, and the Magician came up for you.
Okay.
And that's a great, because this is owning your skills, your craft, your magic, your abilities, and bringing that out into the world. So you're going to be good. You're going to be fine. That's all I keep hearing in my head. Like, you're successful. You're going to be continuing on that path.
Okay.
There's more ideas coming through. For one of the paths in your future, the Hierophant comes up. Okay. And the Hierophant is a teacher. This is someone that, what do I keep saying about you? You have a what?
A voice.
You have a voice, and the Hierophant teaches those who will listen to them important messages, important lessons to be learned. So I almost feel as though you're going to be empowering people by the things that you say. And even though you're trying to kind of not get out of that mold, but move in a different direction, I just see you working hands-on with women who need to hear that message. And I just feel you make a difference by being who you are and just speaking your truth. Like, I don't know if you want to write a book or do anything writing-wise, but I almost feel like you're a great writer. Okay. And if you focus, I think you could really come up with something like really, really amazing.
Right.
So I know you want to move in a different direction, but I just keep hearing you are an inspiration to so many women.
It's just so interesting that you say that about writing, because ever since I was like a teenager, even younger, I used to write poems. I wrote constantly. Like, really? That was my passion. And I did some blogging, what have you. And I'm, like you said, I'm a very creative person. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I've thought a lot in my life, even previous to doing all of this. I want to write a book. I have so many ideas. Like,
yes!
I'll like sit down and like write, like literally write a book, chapters upon chapter, and like then I'll just give it up. And so I've been thinking that I would love to write something or what have you. And I had a friend a couple years ago just sort of be like, you know, he's like, for selfish reasons, I want you to write again because your writing is beautiful and I miss that. And it's always been something that I've like always put to the back of my head. It's like, oh, it's fine. Like I'm getting it out in other ways, but I don't know necessarily what the block has been, but I've always wanted to write a book. I've always loved writing. So it's just really interesting that you say that, because I don't really talk about it at all.
You got a gift, girl. We're all here to help each other.
Right.
And inspire people and encourage one another. And this is my way of doing it.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go. Thank you again. And this should be going up tomorrow, but I'll let you know when it's up and all that stuff.
All right. Wonderful.
All right. Have a good day. Bye.
You too. Bye.